Module 3.4, the impact of social networking on society. Information overload. We are constantly bombarded with information through our social networks, and this prevents us from focusing. Although social networks can be useful, we need to know how to manage our time with them. So suggestions are you turn off your notifications and set aside a time for social media each day when you will put your phone on silent during work and then set maybe half an hour in the evening aside for just doing social media. Make sure that all your notices are disabled when you're working. Don't multitask. It's better to work on one project at a time, and don't let FOMO control your life. Social engineering is when people deceive and manipulate individuals into divulging confidential or personal information that may be used for fraudulent purposes. So how do you prevent it? Scan your computer regularly for viruses and spyware. Scan email attachments and internet files using security software. Check hyperlinks are legitimate before you click. Only use software from legitimate and trusted sources, and never give out your passwords or private information online. And also use a lot of common sense. The use of dedicated websites and applications to interact with other users or to find people with similar interests to one's own is social networking. And here's a whole spider diagram on it. So what are the pros of social networking? You can connect with people from all over the world. It's easy and instant. You get real-time news and lots of information. There are great opportunities for business owners, and it's general fun and enjoyable. The cons are there's too much information. There are privacy issues, peer pressure and cyberbullying. Your online interaction substitutes for offline interaction. So at our school, we take the people's phones away every morning before they have school all day. And it's amazing that they can actually look at each other and talk at break because there are no phones to distract them, and that's great. The social networking can cause laziness, distraction, procrastination. It makes people get sedentary lifestyle habits, so they don't move around enough. Their sleep is disrupted because they want to check their email or their WhatsApp all night and not miss anything out. Social media posts can never be entirely deleted, and criminals can use social media to commit crime and to promote their crimes. Tips to stay safe on social media. Use strong passwords. Use different passwords for each account. Set up two-factor authentication. That means that once you've logged in with your password, you also have to maybe get an SMS on your phone and type that PIN in, or something like that. If you have social media apps on your phone, be sure to password protect your device. Be selective with friend requests. Click links with caution. Social media accounts are regularly hacked. Be careful about what you share. Become familiar with the privacy policies, and remember to log off when you're done. Social networking and personal information. Remember, the internet never forgets, and the internet is a public space. You are unaware of how many times your post may be shared. So one rule is, if you wouldn't want it on a billboard next to the M1, then don't post it. Search engines also remember information about you, for example, your password or your usernames, and this can be dangerous. In group communications, like WhatsApp or BBM, multiple people have access to the information you've shared. Anything you post is vulnerable. So now about culture. People are afraid that cultures will disappear because we're sharing so many things from different cultures that certain things become popular, and people want to follow what's popular rather than what belongs to their own country's culture. So cultural traditions, languages, and lifestyles get replaced by what is cool and trendy. Politics. The use of social media in politics, including Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, has dramatically changed the way campaigns are run. The advantages: there's direct contact with voters, free advertising, campaigns and statements go viral. They collect information about voters and tailor messages to specific audiences, and it appeals to a younger audience of new and future voters. The disadvantages is also that the campaigns and statements go viral, and there can be controversy. It's unfiltered, things get hacked, so social media can totally change the face of politics. With regard to the environment, social media has actually helped to spread environmental awareness, which is a wonderful thing. But there are far more devices in use these days, and that creates more e-waste. Wikis are a type of website or database developed collaboratively by a community of users, allowing any user to add and edit content. So basically it's a website where anyone can edit anything anytime they want. The best known example is Wikipedia, and it's an online encyclopedia that anyone can add to, and that is why your teacher often says to you, please don't quote from Wikipedia. So, because anybody can add to it. Connectivity is a convenient advantage that has come from computing. There's a wide range of resources on demand. There's greater communication, and sharing of personal and public information can occur. An interesting fact is that when you post anything online, you're officially giving the right to the social media platform to your information or media that you posted. And they then own and they can use the media you've posted. So even if your account is a private account, your information is not private. So nothing you do on the internet is private. If you do illegal things, you can be banned from the website you use and you can be tracked down. Your IP address or your router address or your media access control address, which is called the MAC, or your Wi-Fi ID, all of these can be used to uniquely identify your location. All the information you use online is stored on servers. So if you look at the requests like my favorite song.mp3 downloaded from a server, it's possible to trace the computer through this request. Cookies are used to link communication activities. Never assume that you are anonymous on the internet.